Not every neighborhood in Toronto is built for raising a family, but some absolutely are. And if you're trying to figure out where to plant those roots in this city, this video is going to save you a lot of time. Toronto has over 140 distinct neighborhoods. That's a lot of decision making. And when kids are in the picture, the stakes can feel completely different. Safety, schools, parks, and community, all of this matters even more. Pick the wrong spot and you're dealing with longer commutes, schools that don't meet your expectations, and a neighborhood that does not feel like it's home. Pick the right one though, and you'll probably never leave. My name is Arain, a Toronto real estate broker with 16 years in this market. I've walked these neighborhoods with hundreds of clients, watched them go from buying their first condo to moving up into the townhouse to finally settling into a neighborhood where they'll raise their kids for the next 20 to 30 years. That transition is honestly one of my favorite things to be a part of. If you're getting value from this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to walk through your specific situation, there's a link in the description to book a discovery call with me directly. All right, let's jump right into it. Here's what I'm basing this video on: safety, school catchments, parks and recreation, walkability and transit, community feel, and childcare access. 6 things that actually matter when you're raising a family in the city. And here's how we're doing this. We're going from east to west, starting all the way in Scarborough and working our way across the city into Etobicoke. Every neighborhood on this list actually earns a spot. No filler, no padding. And if your community didn't make the list, drop it in the comments below. I genuinely want to know. Neighborhood number 1, Agincourt and Milliken, starting all the way east. And I'm starting here because every time I bring this neighborhood up to people, they're actually surprised that it's not talked about even more. And let's be honest, it should be. I've worked with families in this pocket, and it strikes me every single time how strong the community fabric is. Strong schools, Dr. Norman Bethune Collegiate and Agincourt Collegiate both serve this area very well. Parks like Milliken Mills Park and Thompson Memorial give you the real green space, playgrounds, sports fields, and room to run. The strong South Asian and East Asian community presence here means there's real restaurants and real cultural program all throughout. A neighborhood that actually reflects what Toronto is really about today. Transit-wise, you're on the Shepherd East corridor with solid bus connections, and of course Scarborough Town Centre, which is close by for everyday errands. Childcare options here are definitely plentiful given the density amount of young families here. And the housing here, detached homes, proper backyards, and definitely quiet streets. You get significantly more for your money here than anywhere else on this list. If you've been sleeping on North Scarborough, it's time to wake up. Neighborhood number 2, Cliff Crest and Birchcliff, moving west along the lake. And this one surprises a lot of people every single time I bring it up. I've helped families make this move out of condo living into a proper Birchcliff home. And let me tell you what they all say. They all wonder why they didn't do it sooner. If you love the beaches lifestyle, but the price tag isn't working, well, this is your answer. Bigger lots, larger backyards, and quieter streets. Safety-wise, this is generally a calm pocket, low foot traffic, and a real residential feel. School catchments include Birchcliff Heights Public School, which is definitely well regarded. You also got Bluffers Park and Scarborough Bluffs right there as well. One of the best natural recreational assets in the entire city. And families, they use it year round. Transit is honest. Kingston Road gives you TTC access, but you'll most likely want a vehicle for some things. Childcare options have grown as the young family population has as well. The housing prices are meaningfully lower than the beaches or Leslieville. Yes, your address still does say Scarborough, but it's still technically in the city of Toronto. And what you get at that address is significantly more house, more yard, and a community that is genuinely warm and family oriented. Every time I'm in Birchcliff, I'm reminded how unrated it is. Don't let the postal code put you off. Neighborhood number 3, Danforth Village and East York. These are 2 distinct neighborhoods that I'm pairing together because the clients I work with often end up considering both at the same time. Danforth Village gives you more affordability entry points than Leslieville or the beaches. Semi-detached homes, great transit, and solid walkability along the strip. The school catchments, well, they're absolutely solid. Earl Haig and Cosborn Middle School serve the area very well. Taylor Creek Park gives you the real trail and green space right in the neighborhood. Childcare access is definitely strong considering how many young families have moved over the past decade. East York trends toward bungalows and wider lots with a ton of infill happening right now. People are buying and definitely building up. This is very similar to what we're seeing in Leaside. East York does require a car more than Danforth, but both represent real value, and every family I've placed in this pocket have always been happy with the decision. Neighborhood number 4, the beaches. I've had many clients here over the years move to the beaches when they were ready to leave downtown and get into an actual house. They visit once and they fall in love, and they never really consider anywhere else after that. Bridges Bay, Kew Gardens, the boardwalk, the recreational lifestyle here is unlike anywhere else in Toronto. The school catchments are strong. Balmy Beach and Beaumont Road Public School are both well regarded. Safety feels extremely high here. It's a tight-knit, walkable community where people know each other. Childcare options here are also good and well distributed throughout the neighborhood. The 501 Queen Street car gets you into downtown, and Kingston Road gives you the additional transit options. Honest note here, the restaurants are definitely stronger in Leslieville, and those north-south streets are seriously hilly, especially if you have a stroller. The Upper Beaches is definitely one of your more affordable price points here. But this community is something else entirely, and it earns a spot on this list every single time. Neighborhood number 5, Riverdale. Every time I walk through Riverdale, I suddenly seem to slow down for some reason, and I understand why. There's something about this neighborhood that just makes you want to stay. Withrow Park and Riverdale Park are both incredible. Playgrounds, dog parks, wading pools, some of the best park infrastructure in the entire city. Walkable to Broadview and Bloor subway lines, transit access here is generally excellent. The school catchments are absolutely strong. Pape Avenue and Riverdale Collegiate are both well regarded. It's definitely a safe, tight community. It's one of those neighborhoods where people look out for each other and you feel it on the street. Childcare options are definitely plentiful given how family dense this pocket has become over the years. The Danforth is right there for restaurants and errands, and the housing, Victorian semis, detached homes with real character. Some of the most beautiful in the city. It's expensive and there's no sugarcoating that, but the clients I put in Riverdale actually stay in Riverdale, and that tells you everything. Neighborhood number 6, Leaside. Leaside is one of those neighborhoods that come up in almost every family conversation I have, and there's a reason for that. Semi-detached homes, post-war bungalows on larger lots, and a ton of infill happening right now. People are buying and building up into something more special. Schools are excellent. Rolfe Road and Leaside High School are among the most sought-after catchments in the city. Howard Talbot Parks are woven right into the neighborhood fabric here in a way that most areas cannot match. Bayview Avenue is as family-forward as a commercial strip gets. Strollers everywhere, weekend energy, farmer market vibes, and the walkability along the strip is absolutely excellent. Safety is considerably high here. Childcare access is strong. This has been a family neighborhood for generations, and the infrastructure reflects that. If you're looking at the Mideast part of the city, this should be at the very top of your list. Neighborhood number 7, Banbury and Don Mills. This one is personal for me. I grew up in Don Mills. I remember playing baseball with the neighborhood kids, staying out until the streetlights came on, and that was your signal to get home. And that's what's really cool about the next generation that has moved in now. The kids I grew up around are now raising their own families in the same neighborhood. That kind of neighborhood feel does not happen by accident. And it happens because the neighborhood is genuinely good. Wide streets, big lots, and mature trees. It has almost a suburban calm, even though you're still very much in the city and you're not far from the bridle path. Schools in this pocket are definitely solid. The Rippleton and Don Mills Collegiate Catchment, Winfields Park, Wilkett Creek, and the Don Valley Trail gives you recreational access to that most of Toronto simply cannot match. Safety here is excellent. It's quiet, it's residential, the kind of neighborhood where kids can still play outside. Childcare options have grown with the family population. You got the shops at Don Mills that covers your everyday errands in one spot, and the DVP keeps you connected to the broader city. If you want space and calm without leaving Toronto, trust me on this one. Neighborhood number 8, Yonge and Lawrence, Bedford Park. When I check in with past clients about Yonge Lawrence and Bedford Park, I keep hearing the same thing every time. Charming, great community feel, exactly where we want to be raising our kids. That's not a coincidence. That's a neighborhood delivering on its promise. School catchments are excellent. John Wenless, Glenview Lawrence Park Collegiate, highly regarded. Bedford Park, Blithwood Ravine give you genuine green space and trail access right in your neighborhood. Yonge and Avenue give you the full walkability for groceries, restaurants, and everyday life. Lawrence Subway keeps downtown generally very accessible. Transit here is absolutely real. Safety here is very high. This is one of the most consistently safe family pockets in the entire city. Childcare options are well established, reflecting decades of family demand in the area. If you're moving up here from a condo, start your family somewhere it feels right, this is the neighborhood I keep coming back to. Neighborhood number 9, Yonge and Eglinton, Davisville Village. This is one neighborhood I think gets overlooked in the family conversation because people still associate it with condo towers. But if you get one block off Yonge, you're in some of the most family-friendly residential streets in the entire city. Davisville Village in particular. Quiet, tree-lined streets, semi-detached homes, the kind of block where kids actually play outside. Maurice Cody Public School is one of the most sought-after elementary catchments in Midtown. Eglinton Park gives you the full recreational hub right in the neighborhood. Tennis, swimming pools, skating, and playgrounds. The Crosstown LRT transformed transit access here in a way that genuinely changes the math for families who still need to commute. The Yonge subway means you're never more than a few stops away from anywhere. Walkability at Yonge and Mount Pleasant is as good as it gets. Every errand, every coffee, every after-school snack is steps away. Childcare options here are deep, given how long this area has been a family draw for. If you want Leaside walkability and Midtown convenience, but you don't quite want Leaside prices, Davisville is the answer. Families who land here almost never leave the catchment, and once you're in, you're in. Neighborhood number 10, Caledonia, Fairbanks, and Corso Italia. Every time I drive down Sinclair West through Corso Italia, I think more people need to know about this neighborhood. Real community roots, incredible food, and a main street that feels authentic rather than manufactured. The kind of place where people actually know their neighbors and feel it the moment you step out of your car. Sinclair West gives you strong streetcar access right into downtown, and transit is genuinely an asset here. Fairbanks Memorial Park and Dufferin Grove nearby gives families solid recreational options. School bank catchments include Fairbank Memorial and Regal Road, both serving the area very well. Childcare options have grown as the young family population has increased. Detached homes with actual yards are significantly more affordable than most of what we've covered on this list. If you want to get your family into the neighborhood before everyone else figures it out, this is where I'd be looking right now. Neighborhood number 11, Roncesvalles. Ronces is one of those neighborhoods where I've seen clients walk down the street for the first time and immediately just get it. The vibe hits you right away. Local bakeries, bookstores, coffee shops, and the Polish festival every fall. Neighborhood character that took decades to build and generally can't be replicated. Arain Park is excellent for families, summer markets, skating in the winter, playgrounds, and a community garden. Walkability here is as good as it gets on the west side. Everything you need is just steps away. Transit is strong, Queen and King streetcars, and the Dundas West subway station are not too far. School catchments include Fern Avenue and Parkdale. Both are definitely well regarded. Childcare options here are definitely solid and well distributed. And safety, well, it definitely feels high. It's a community where people are genuinely invested into the neighborhood. Victorian semis and character homes with real charm. I think of Ronces as the Leslieville of the West End. Clients who go west tend to land here, and the ones who do land here tend to stay a very long time. I've never had anyone tell me they regret it. Neighborhood number 12, Mimico and New Toronto. This is my sleeper pick. The neighborhood I've been flagging for clients for a few years now before everyone else catches on. Water access, lakeshore trails, Samuel Smith Park, recreational assets that most of Toronto would kill for. School catchments include Mimico and New Toronto Public Schools. Both are solid. Transit runs along Lakeshore, and the GO train from Mimico Station gives you a fast shot into downtown Toronto, which is a real differentiator. Safety tends to be very strong. It's residential, community-rooted pocket where families look out for each other. Childcare options have definitely grown over the years with the influx of young families, and you can still find detached homes at prices significantly more accessible than Bloor West or even the Kingsway. Every time I am in this neighborhood, I notice more families, more energy, and more life on the streets, which I absolutely love. Young families want waterfront lifestyle. Don't forget to put this neighborhood on your list before anyone else. Neighborhood number 13, Bloor West Village and High Park. In 16 years of doing this, I've never had a West End family buyer tell me they regret moving to Bloor West, not once. High Park, one of my favorite areas in the city, is a backyard size of a small town. Trails, a zoo, skating, playgrounds, splash pads, generally one of the best parks in the entire country. School catchments are strong. Runnymede and Humberside Collegiate, both well regarded. Bloor Street has the main energy for families love. Coffee shops, bookstores, restaurants, everything is definitely walkable. Transit is excellent. Bloor Danforth subway runs right through the multiple stops. Safety is consistently high in this neighborhood. This is one of the most family established pockets in the west end of the city. Childcare infrastructure here is absolutely deep. Daycares, nursery schools, and drop-in programs, reflecting how long this has been a destination for families for many years. It's not cheap, but it delivers every single time, and it has for as long as I've been doing this. Neighborhood 14, the Kingsway. As we're finishing up on the west side with a neighborhood that I genuinely think is one of the most beautiful places to raise a family in the entire city, every time I walk through the Kingsway, I notice something. People are outside, walking, talking to neighbors, kids on bikes. There's a bit of a slowness to it that you don't find in most parts of the city. And families absolutely love that. Wide tree-lined streets, larger detached homes, almost like a village-like feel. Safety here is among the highest in the city. Quiet, residential, the kind of street where you notice when something is kind of off. School catchments are excellent. Lambton, Kingsway, and Etobicoke Collegiate are both well regarded. The Humber Bay Trails and the nearby ravine system gives you serious recreational infrastructure. Royal York Subway keeps downtown accessible. Transit here is better than most people expect for how quiet it feels. Childcare options have grown with a steady influx of families who discover this pocket and never leave. Boutique shops, great dining, and the kind of streetscape where you actually know your neighbor's name. This is the perfect place to end the list. And honestly, for a lot of families, the perfect place to end their search. So there you have 14 family-friendly neighborhoods in Toronto. East to west, none of these are cheap. Agent Court all the way to the Kingsway. They cover very different price points and very different lifestyles. And in 16 years of doing this, I've learned one thing. The right neighborhood isn't just about numbers. It's about where your family's going to feel right at home. If you found this valuable, don't forget to share this with someone who's trying to figure out the same thing. It's one of the biggest decisions you will make, and you deserve to get it right. I'd love to know where you're at. Are you already in one of these neighborhoods, or are you trying to get into one? Drop it in the comments below. I read each and every one of them. My name is Arain. Thanks for watching.